Bitch. Let's see. Volume mixer and then. What do you mean? Totally should be online. There we go. Where the balls? Oh, it doesn't really matter. Wait, does it help just to like me? Oh, whoops. If I do that, does it pop out in the list then? It does. Yes, that is the number. What the oh, right. No, there you go. And then also null and null. Oh no, I don't know which is which. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. One fucking bit. Yeah. Pure config. No. Pure planner. Will not run with the session mode. Oh, the seasons. Dear gods. Just give me light, for fuck's sakes. Can I have light, please? This is not light. There we go. Now we have light, sort of. There we go. Boopity 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 boop. And then boop boop boopity boop boop. Now watch a couple of last laps. Yes. Oh, fuck. What are you doing there? God damn it. Ah, goddamn. What the fuck? Thank you. Look at this stupidity. That is low. The car is as tall as it can be. That is inches. Not even. No wonder it bottoms. So I'm literally scraping my splitter along. What the fuck? I mean, that is the purpose, but Jesus Christ, that is close. That is literally nothing. So, let's see what's happening here. I did a couple of tests. Have a look at the front. It's not bottoming here, it's just a little bit reactive. Tiny bit, but that might also be low fuel, I don't know. Oh. Oh, could be the other setup is just bottoming out on the front. It doesn't make much sense that I will feel it in the steering this much to that extent. Right. It takes fucking 3 bounces to resolve? That's insane. Boing, 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 boing. So, could do with more bump on the rear. It has nowhere to go on anti-roll bar, so it's gotta be bump or just stiffer spring wheel rate. It is happy as a clam on the straight though. Ah, okay. Yeah, more bump. Way bit more bump. Not much, just a tiny bit. Oh? What do you mean? So now close to here. Compress, bounce. Maybe it's this one. I think there's another bump right there. Yep, big one. Car is unfazed. What the shit? It's fine everywhere. It's just sometimes if I take this one, it'll pogo. With that, you're not supposed to take that one. This is entirely fine. Oh no, you dick. Oh, how did it handle that though? Didn't even feel it. So it can be a little bit rowdy here because running stupid differential settings just to get it to step out when lifting off the throttle and the brake. But physics. What the fuck? That is so close. I'm not even sure if Collider would collide at this point. I mean, look at this. Does it touch? It goes through. So no, it is not that. What were I saying though? I don't know. Yeah, you can see that the front resolves fine on fast bumps. There is just something weird. It's probably like, yeah, of course, it's the load on the front due to downforce compared to here. This is a third gear corner. versus coming in hot scrubbing the front into the last corner. But this bit with current wing, you just send it in and go for the outside. It's insane. Oh, that's a good. See what it does. It jumps a little, but that's because no bump, all bump stop, I would guess. No real springs to talk about. Yeah, no, that's... You're not getting around that unless you drop the travel or block the travel. But even so, no. It is because it is blocked. Does the wheel have anywhere to go? Can it go anywhere without the front tipping? It is maybe a millimeter of available, or 2 millimeter or 2 available. Bouncy. Bump stop range available on the front. It doesn't like if the wheels. They seem to have a lot of space to maneuver. Where are we? So, oh god damn it! So if we look at the that's where we should be looking. God damn it. Yeah, we'll just stare at it. Annoying. Yeah, no, it's plenty. There's more room in the wheel well than there is down there, so we can increase front, give it a little bit more suspension, but the rear, it keep touching stuff, but only under high load and when dragging ass above things like curbs and such. But that's not a problem. I haven't lost the car because of it yet. And with much improved brake bias, you can see brakes get very toasty at the same time now. More or less. So the distribution very even. But I want to see. I think it's the 2 last laps where I start to attack the inside line. Also, yes, the car now turns on throttle and on under braking. Intentionally so. It's like post apex, you can just floor it to have the car rotate the ass come about. And then similarly on entry to slow corner, you just stay on the brakes a little bit longer than you're maybe comfortable with, and then the car will just like step out and then you floor it. Catch it slightly. That is if you don't, and unless that is if you even consider driving this thing. But like you can see, I can just fucking drive on curbs. It'll drive over literally anyone. It does not give a shit. Perfectly stable. Overshot here, but see, there's nothing to be afraid of even. Here, just drag the brakes to turn the nose in, no problem. Wiggle, and I think now, yes, I remember thinking to myself, yay, we can pit without risk of or fear of dying now. And that is the hallmark of a spooky setup, which is no longer spooky. But yeah, like, because I wrote notes in setup, and it's like, it just doesn't give a shit. It's like, it will compress and boing, and the only consequence is you'll slide forward a little bit, but you just lift off, let the complete absence of of what you call it, differential coast, take over the show, and then car rotate, and then you floor it to make it rotate even more, and then you scrub up against the wall. I will show you, but let's watch this shit in slow motion. Okay, yeah, so that explains why we lose grip. I mean, fucker isn't even connected to the road, so this is the conundrum, right? Like, soft springs, stiff bump, hit bump stop, boing, or stiff spring, medium to soft bump, OP bump in AC, resist so hard, even at minimum, with much stiffer springs than I'm running. Exact situation happen, except worse, because it keeps on boing, 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 boing. While now, this is basically resolved within 2 bumps. 3. Okay, so it's 3 on the front as well. So basically I fucked myself with the last change I made. Because if we go back here, I don't think I saved this one, but it's no biggie. It is just a few clicks on the bump. So bump on front too stiff, rear too soft, essentially. Yeah, so that was example. You send it in, wait, and then here I overshoot, but you see I step on it and it comes about. Did not do that before. And it's the same with the brakes here. Just like lift off and turn in and drag the brake a little bit, and then the combination will point the car towards the inside line here, where no brake lights. Does not have brake lights. Maybe replay feature, I don't know. But it's just it aligns, and then it grips, and then it turns, and I'm back on the fucking throttle again, way before the apex, and I think this is the time I really get close to the wall. Nope. There's one lap where I basically ride along inside it a little bit. Other spooky things with this. Maybe we could find that lap. You see, the rear just doesn't step out because of stupid wing. You can just yeet it in. Also very stable under braking. Not fussy. Yep. Basically, this is the kind of shit we were seeing the other guys doing, so they're probably running a high wing as well, I would guess. The car is just not phased at all. It's just... Same shit here, you can brake later and just use the lift off oversteer from the brake to get the initial turn in and then floor it out. It's the other service. I was nervous because super stiff. At the same time as it was kind of like resisting cornering, so I don't fucking know what to tell you about that one, but not saying this is the best setup in the world or nothing, but it is a lot less of a headache. I am about 1.5 seconds quicker in it, so, and not because I've practiced, it's just because I'm not scared of this pace. See, it just doesn't, like, even if you fuck up, this is a giant fucking fuck up. Boink, and then I jump out towards the outside, but just wait for a little bit, let it settle, and then floor it. It has so many grips, because rake max. Oh, there it was. I think that was it. Don't think it's a collision, maybe a scratch. I think actually there something came up on the damage thingy. Yes. Yes. Come on. Yep. That is fucking tight. That exit was good too, I think. Could have been better. I was early, I rubbed up against the wall and still had time to correct for it. And here's the lift-off oversteer I'm talking about. It's very subtle. Hello. But it is there. Oh yeah, it doesn't care about sausages either. 0 fucks given. Very stable, but yeah. More bump, less bump, either on heave or just damper, I don't know. We have no options otherwise. Less rebound just makes the car kneel and never come back up again. Curbs, no problem. Throw it in, no problem. Arguably a bad line, but let's see, can we find that? Arguably we're so far back in time now. Oh. Maybe we can find it by accident. There. So this is what it looks like, basically. It's just a minor inconvenience. But it was way better back here, I think. Round about these parts. Oh yeah, even going off track now is just... I was driving on the outside here, fully controlling a car. It's just like boing 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 a little bit. Gets back on. Doesn't send itself into space. But yeah, it's just like... Go for the inside. A little bit of understeer initially, but then it grips and then you just floor it. Turn. Same shit, over and over and over and over and over. Welcome to Sebring. Same here is just so much more pleasant to drive. This was a decent example, I guess. hug the line, stay right, late turn in, slight flick, and then floor it, catch, and then you go. So I basically uncapped the car, just up ass, plus swing, and then full power. And as little TC as possible. 9 is a good place to start, 8, 11 perfectly viable. Even though max rake. You can just see how much more stable the car is. Even when I touch the curb there, it just isn't death. Catch it under braking. Little curb check. Entirely unfazed. If I had done that with the other setup, my hand would come off. Pretty sure of it. That was painful. Good setup, but painful. Side lands. Yeah, there's gotta be something. I think there's something fucky with to be honest, real talk. I think there's something fucky with the heaves in this car, or maybe these cars. Because, like, you're onto something. The heave shouldn't really be ramping up the response from the suspension while leaning as much as it does, but clearly in telemetry you can see like running soft, it's just dropping the heave to the minimum before it starts bottoming out makes the car drive more like a GT in a way, and not like, it's not a bad car by any means, but I mean it is just so it drives more like a hypercar than it does a LMP. LMP is like a super fast go-kart. Like, yes, you're not supposed to be trail braking up onto the apex and flooring it out, but that is faster. That is literally faster in this game. It should be you lift, or you brake, you lift, you steer, because car neutral. But here it just like does not want to do things. So brake bias as far back as you can, and then make force cars to step out. Or just remove the problem, the heaves. Smooth. So yeah, I've turned into one hacking nerd, but that is what you get. I shall post the thing, and then you can review and do with it what you may. The damper histogram looks like an absolute shit show, but it's not like this driving and then hitting a small bump and it's more like and that's good. That is improvement. It used to be like, oh yeah, if we can travel back in time, maybe that was what I was meant to do. I believe this should be... Oh yeah, here's the off-road. Look, I'm controlling the car. Look how happy it is. It's just going boing, 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 boing a little bit. Not a lot at all. Like, going on grass with the other side of it was just a death sentence. Losing the rear was the death sentence. Quick, painful, yes, but also deadly. Like, this has more of a slide to it. You kind of like wrap the car around things, like you use the slip angle rather than use the downforce and just completely ride the edge of like, you know, just max Formula 1 level type grip. This is more like, it drives more like throw it in, turn it, slight brake, wait, floor it, and then ride up against the wall. Very much a GT. Well, it's supposed to be more like a middle ground between this and LMP. LMP is just like brake, utilize, fucking yeah, you know what? No, not LMP, but hypercars. Be like, brake migration is your friend. Time the migration so that while you come off it, you are in a sweet spot for rotation. This has all the downforce almost, but none of the technical or the electronics and fancy stuff. But yeah, the thing I was meant to look at, for fuck's sakes. We're right around the bend. And then I believe this is before I changed things. Yeah, you can see it doesn't. I think I'm right. Yeah. Yeah, much better. Like, might not be attacking to the same extent, but still I am going into that dreadful dip in the road here. Very much so. And we can just see the car just like jiggles above it. And the grip was so much better, because you're not spending as much time in the air. We will see right about here. Boing. Come on. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's barely a leap. That is barely a leap. Does it even lose contact? A little bit, but boing, boing, settle. Okay, so there's actually 3 still, but it's just less. Or maybe it's the angle, I'm hitting it at a different angle and completely just blaming the setup. So, you can see how much more confident I am on the exit. Like, I ain't afraid of no walls. Like, I remember this and I was just like, yeah, whatever. Whatever, I know I'm gonna make it. I just floor it all the way back there and then be like this. No problem. Well, the other one is more like you're coming fucking bouncing down there like a jackrabbit, like ding, 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 and you have no say in where you're going unless you just come off fully, rotate the wheel, wait for it, you have enough grip so you're on all 4 wheels so you can drag the brake and further rotate the car. It is just painful. But that is how we do. So yes, that is it, I think. I do believe. But I have flashbacks. Is it this lap? Oh yes. I remember taking this. This is also with a little bit softer fronts. Go onto this thing, which just giga murdered me when I was on stiffer springs. On more rebound and more bump. Initial resistance and then the compression and then comes the release. It's just fucking... I don't remember what exactly happened, but it was enough that I remember the situation. barely phased. I should have just called it quits when I had my health lap, not kept hunting hot lap and hot lap. A 51 with 70 liters or something. 51.7, I think it was. Not super, but not shit. Oh yeah, this is why I'd actually started fishing a little bit, because I was... Yeah, the only extra... I think this is the lap where I added even more wing. So that means the spooky bit... Can it have been here now? Or... We were just there. Is a spooky bit? Oh, so this could have just been dirty tires that got me. Huh. I can't find it in dude tries. Fuck it. Yeah. Oh. Flashbacks? Well, it's close enough. It's not the one I wanted, but... There's so much load on the car now, it just... And with these dampers, it just resolves instantly. This is what we want to see. That kind of reaction, just like impact, lift off, land, catch, stand back up. Nothing more. If we can have that plus grip, then we are optimal. Yeah, okay, so it had one slight bump, but that's fine. I mean, it's not a fucking wizard. But ideally, 2 bumps, like... Bump, bump, bump. Then you have good, happy suspensions. If it keeps going bump, 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 you have unstable car. Horrible if you're going sideways, because then you're just like pump, 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 rather than pump, pump, man. Into the sky. Whee! Shit, I'm tired. I've been up for over 24 hours. Fuck this. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night.